it actually was a real experimentation for me, and my clients are going to giggle a little bit if any of them see this, and because they know how I coach. And I would play with these concepts with them, and I would say, I have a thought, and my thought is around this. Do you want to play in the sandbox with me on it? And let's explore this. And then I would take notes. Copious amounts of notes. That's the kinesthetic learner in me. I must take notes because auditory, it just blows past me, and visual, yeah. But I need to take notes, and that's sort of what, and I have pages and pages and books and books and books of notes, and I would dig and dig a little deeper and a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper on each of these things. And it wasn't until probably about 2007, 2008, when my life really shifted. And it shifted for a whole bunch of reasons that I won't get into here, but it shifted because in 2006, in June of 2006, I made a choice. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, enough is enough. I really, if this is what I truly believe, and if this is how I think the world works, and this is something that my clients are telling me could be valuable to share beyond the one-on-one, then I need to bite the bullet. I need to bite the bullet, and I need to follow the signals of what was coming to me through my clients. You see, I'm a little bit reluctant to present, to do seminars, to do workshops. There's a whole bunch of people out there who do seminars and do workshops, and what they do is they make their living doing seminars and workshops. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are making a living because of the concepts that they're teaching, and therefore they're doing the seminars and the workshops. The seminars and the workshops are how they're making the living. And I know that there's a whole bunch of people out there, and how do I differentiate myself from them? And then I get caught up in the how, and I just get all kind of wound up. And it took me getting out of my own way, because I much prefer one-on-one. I much prefer, you know, people see me in front of an audience sometimes and they go, wow, you know, you have so much fun and you're so dynamic. And I mean, yes, I do have fun with it. And my primary goal is that people actually start playing with this and start learning with it and start asking questions and start engaging. And you don't really get the opportunity to do that in a seminar or in a workshop. You get a whole bunch of information kind of dumped on you, and in a way you get an opportunity to interact with it a bit. But it isn't until you actually get into one-on-one conversations and start asking questions and start exploring and start, you know, sharing what you observed and what is it that you observed and what does that look like, where you get to dig into the depth of the material. And so I hesitated. And I made most of my life about championing other people, championing mentors and people that I love their material, and actually felt that that was what my calling was that I was there to champion other people's work, other people who did want to do those seminars and those workshops and teach people en masse. I have come to learn. I am coming to learn, and I am on the learning journey that there is value and there is an acceptance now among the public that I don't have to be the guru, that I can be on the learning journey, and as long as I'm willing and enthusiastic to be imperfect and to say, you know what, I'm still learning this stuff too, and I want to be on the learning journey with you. And that's why these videos are important now. That's why the way the content is being delivered is important now, because literally through a very focused effort of doing the material and then getting feedback from the participants, and then evolving the material a little bit more and getting feedback from the participants, it's now turned into a full day workshop, not just a seminar, because there's way too much information for it to be jammed into 3 or so hours. It's now a full day just to allow some of the concepts just to sit. They may not sink in, but at least they'll have time to sit. And now it's turning into conversations, like conversations with Pauline, where she's asking questions, just like we're doing here, and I'm answering back, and she's allowing herself to be vulnerable and to say, but wait a minute, I don't get it, and what about this? But then people learn from that, and they can participate in it too. That there's something about allowing myself to get out of my own way, to create the workshop or the webinar or the thing that's going to be en masse, just to get it out, and then have the opportunity to be in that one-on-one, or to be in a one-on-one that other people can learn from in the privacy of their homes, or in that space. And then it's a win-win-win. Because it's about exploring the material. It's about being in the experimentation place. It's about being in the play place with it and having it take you to the absolutely magical, beautiful places that this material can take you. And I can 100% endorse everything that's in it, because none of it's mine. Right? It's just, I'm a messenger. And that's the best way that I can put it, is that the only bit of a tweak that I might be putting on it in terms of my own opinion is the whole idea of the learning piece. That it's about how we learn. And I've done that on purpose, because when I originally started playing with this, what happened was I was in a circle of people that were, I was part of a very Christian environment, and it turned into philosophical debates, it turned into existential debates, it turned into arguments about what the soul was and what energy was, and I don't want to play there. Learning is the most neutral way that we can have conversation about this in a way that's honoring to every single individual, regardless of their religious or their philosophical or existential beliefs. And that's where I want to be. I want to be in the most life-affirming place as possible. And my concern was, number one, that I wouldn't even listen to me because I was still on the learning journey. Well, guess what? I'm always going to be on the learning journey, and I don't have to be the guru. Number two is that my perception about the extent to which someone can truly learn this stuff in just a seminar or just a workshop. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. It's a step. And people will take it as far down the rabbit hole as they want to go. And I know that's a bit of a long-winded answer to your question, but I get asked it, and I want, for the record, I really, really wanted to share that this is different. This is different. It quite literally, the feedback that I have received from people who have played with the material, who've been exposed to the material, it changes everything. It changes absolutely everything in terms of how you look at your world and how you engage with your world. And to me, that's more about what life is all about.